Hello. Oh yeah, we gotta hold on one second. There we go. Alright, hello, hi, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well today. Let me adjust this real quick, one moment. That looks about right. Canis! Hi! I should catch up on chat. One second. One moment. Hold on. I just saw a caps lock and I had to read it immediately. There we go. Bear! Hello, GG on first. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. We are hydrating right now with some delicious vanilla root beer. Yeah, hi. Nox, hi. Ender. Hi, but also Dwarf W Clean. What would Dwarf W2 Clean be? Would it be like a dwarf with a little mop? That'd be pretty good. Oh my gosh, Pup Time does have a spray time. Amazing.
It does not have Matthew's.
There is, yeah, a singular one. Singular one, but that's okay. I hate allergies. I also hate allergies. So I not only have like seasonal allergies where spring and summer like really tear me up. I also have allergies to like lots of animal danders, including cats and dogs. So these two slugs here cause me to have allergic reaction. So I have to take some allergy medicine all year round, otherwise I get itchy face, itchy mouth, swollen eyes, stuff like that. During spring and summer, when there's like pollen in the air, I have to take more allergy medicine, otherwise my like eyes swell closed. Not a good time. Isn't it super late for you? No, it's 8:30. I try to start stream by 8 on my work nights, but I did accidentally start a little bit later. I'll let the non-water hydration go because vanilla root beer is excellent. It is excellent. Vanilla root beer is fantastic. And it's hydrating, you know. This one's a diet. It is a diet root beer because again, this is that brand that would have caffeine in it if it wasn't diet. So I have to get the diet one in order to have it be caffeine free. But I just love the flavor of vanilla added root beer. Gosh, I wish that I could get birch beer here. The only thing better than vanilla added to root beer is just actual birch beer. Birch beer, so good. Ichiban sat on my lap in front of the fan, and the wind from said fan was blowing for all over me. He's shedding so bad right now. The black t-shirt is like half white. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Torny's been pretty good about trying to brush the cats pretty regularly. It helps that, I mean, they both like being brushed when they're, like, sheddy. But, it helps me a lot. Honestly, we probably need to do a good vacuuming, too, because as their hair kind of builds up, it starts making me itchier. I say allergic to the planet because it's easier. Yeah. If I had more severe allergies, I'd probably get to that point. But luckily I don't have allergies to a lot of other things. Don't think I've been to Dwarf Stream with the Torny in the corner. Yeah. Yeah, the Torny. So there is an unfortunate thing that I've yet to figure out how to address. We can't reasonably get the Tornet to like move. Yeah. Because any way to do that would not work well. So we do sit side by side basically.
Yeah. Here, fist bump.
Oh, I should.
Fist me. Boom.
I should move the microphone to point in between us. That might help. One moment. Okay. So now hopefully you should be able to kind of hear both of us a bit.
I'm eating fries.
Let's see. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. One-off seasonal maps. What's the thing about one-off seasonal maps? Does the screen talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the screen talks
right
about
there.
Yeah. The one-off seasonal maps are free. They're free things. So like it's not they're not like bad. They're pretty good. I don't think I've ever had birch beer. Birch beer is fantastic. The problem is that birch beer is hard to find outside of being near Pennsylvania. Like Pennsylvania is primarily where it's made. If you're around Pennsylvania, like if you're like Delaware, Maryland, parts of New York, if you're around Pennsylvania, you can usually still find birch beer. If you are not near Pennsylvania, good luck finding birch beer. I've never seen. That's not true. Once I saw some random brand had birch beer like for a little bit near us, but it was temporary. Fist me. Thank you, Etty. Thank you for the clip of the fisting. Good clip. Oh no. That's okay. I was just saying that if you're around Pennsylvania, you can get birch beer. Very, very good. I recommend it. If you're not near Pennsylvania, like in Pennsylvania or an adjacent state, you're probably not going to find it. It's very, very, very uncommon to see it like outside of that area. But I do love it. It's basically just like a much stronger root beer. What about Minnesota? I don't know. Well, we can ask Battery or Colette. I have zero idea. I'm in the wrong business. Honestly, professional power washers do pretty well seasonally. My cousin runs his own. Well, he kind of inherited a window washing like business, like a professional window washing business, and that's their thing. They do pretty well. Like they don't do well like very wealthy, but I mean they have their own land and stuff. They do well enough.
What about this?
Let's see. Hold on, I just realized I like missed part of chat. 1 second. Or cream soda is nice with some ice cream. I'm very picky about cream soda. I like some cream sodas, and I think other cream sodas aren't very good. I've never tried like cream soda as part of a float, like with some ice cream and cream soda. I have done a lot of other things as floats though. Like I've done Dr. Pepper floats. I've done obviously root beer floats. I think that I've had a birch beer float. Not 100% sure. I do like a good float though. Like scoop of ice cream with a drink, pretty good. The carbonation makes the ice cream all fun. Voodoo doll Torny is adorable. Can we vacuum Ichi? There are little cat vacuum things. I think most cats don't like them. I think dogs primarily are okay with it.
I think cats, they don't like the noise.
Yeah, which is why deaf cats you can get away with it. Can I join VC? I think we are gonna stick to just us for VC because we're not actually in it for VC. We're in it just for we're doing it because I do put whenever I do stream with Torny, I put the stream up. So it's not like a hangout stream. You have Tornet animate when the door fuck. So here's the thing. The Tornet tuber would be based on Discord. And the only way to get the Tornet tuber to move as well would be for Torny's Discord audio to come through. Which, I mean, I could mute, like... No, there's not a way to mute... Actually, there's not a way for me to mute it, and you'd also still get, like... Although I don't have the... There's not a good way to do it that wouldn't be terrible. Let me put it that way. Any way of doing it would ultimately be bad. So... The only way to do it successfully would be if we could somehow separate our sound from each other. But I can't do that with this microphone. This is a better microphone than my older microphone, and it still picks up Torny really well. So
as evidenced by the Fist Me clip.
Yeah. The only way I would be able to do it is if we got like a really strong singular directional microphone, and we would each need one. And then we would really need to add some soundproofing to the room so that like sound waves aren't bouncing to the other side of the room. But until such a time that we do that, that's not happening. Which is a shame. I was kind of hoping to like potentially do that. But, oh well. I would recommend macro instead of mini soda, macro soda. I thought macro soda was some sort of drink, and I was like, what's a macro soda? That sounds fascinating. Big soda. The big soda industry. Maybe.
A growler full of soda.
A growler, yeah. I have a bunch of birch trees. Don't know how to make birch beer. Is it made from the bark? Like, that's a great question. Honestly, if you have access to a bunch of birch trees, maybe you should look it up. I don't know how reasonable it would be to make it. Like, I've heard that making, like, your own root beer isn't too bad. So honestly, it might be a fun thing to do is to make some homemade birch beer.
Yeah, Google pulls up stuff, just how to make birch beer.
Oh, I think that's the last time I had some. The Ren Fair. I think birch beer is one of the things that they, I think there's a little soda booth at the Ren Fair we used to go to, and, I believe they offered birch beer. I used an area in the state as my location on social media. I'm British, never been to the US. That's very funny. I assume that state being Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is also home to the hometown of Silent Hill, isn't it?
Centralia, Pennsylvania, yeah.
Yeah. Cream soda is great when it's good, but yeah. I think that's the thing. Like, even bad root beer is fine, but bad cream soda, I think, bad cream soda just tastes like caramel coloring, and I hate the taste of caramel coloring. So, like, if I have like caramel coloring in a drink, I don't notice it as long as the drink itself isn't like as long as the drink itself isn't, you know, like weak. But yeah, in weak cream sodas, you just taste the coloring, and it's really off-putting to me. Orange Crush floats. Ooh, I bet that would be good. I do love like an orange creamsicle. I've never tried an Orange Crush float, but I might try and do that this summer. That's a really, I like that idea a lot. Like, get some Orange Crush and maybe freeze it for a little bit. It's not so it's frozen, but so it's really cold. Ooh, that'd be... When it gets hot, I'm gonna try and remember to do that. But can't see. I have to find a clip, and it might take me time. Okay, good luck. Good luck. So many cream sodas are just, like, drowning in sugar. Yeah. Now. Should get a keg at some point, have the basement space and the juniper bushes, but no keg. I mean, you don't need a keg. It's really just whether or not you want a keg, right? I did know someone. Who was it? It wasn't Adam. Was it? I'm trying to remember. I knew somebody who did used to like regularly get kegs full of things. Like they had their own keg and would get it filled up places. Panther GG5 stream streak. What a good burger. What a burger. What about a root beer flood? A normal root beer float, but with far more than the cup was designed to hold. You're just given... Imagine going to like a diner and they have all this thing on their menu with like fancy custom art and everything that says root beer flood, and it looks like a root beer float that's overflowing, and you think, oh, that's so cute. And then you order the root beer flood, and the person comes over to you with a stein full of ice cream, and there's nothing in it yet, and you're like, oh, okay. And then they take this thing of root beer out that's like huge, and you're like, oh, okay.
Like it would be in a bowl, like a stein in a bowl to catch the flow.
No, see, now you are making sense.
Well, why the hell would a restaurant willingly pour soda all over the place?
Because you ordered the root beer flood.
That's stupid.
Listen, it's their thing. I'm not saying the person that came up with the idea was a genius. I'm saying that's what their thing was. They thought it was gonna be an idea. They were like, people are gonna come to our restaurant. We're gonna get viral for the root beer flood. And then people are gonna take videos of it, and it probably actually will get viral. So, I mean, checkmate.
Yeah, and then they have to spend extra money on cleaning supplies.
It's not about the money spent on cleaning supplies. It's about making a statement. Then the statement is the root beer flood. Get washed with flavor. Okay. Yeah, Discord lag, like, it's definitely nicer that we can just hear each other talk. Yeah. Keep Torny here, just go stuff dwarf in the closet. Neither of us have, like, a laptop anymore. Like, technically there's a laptop, but it hasn't been turned on in so long that it would definitely not run very well. It is made from the bark. I thought it was made from the bark. Okay. I was pretty sure birch beer was made from birch bark, so I'm glad to know that that's true. There's a restaurant called Karen's where the staff are rude. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of restaurants like that. That's what Krabby Dick's on the East Coast. Krabby Dick's is just a place where the shtick is that everyone that works there is crabby and is kind of an asshole. I don't understand the appeal to these places. I've also heard of people going to Krabby Dick's not realizing that like is their thing, and being baffled at the experience. Um, I knew a person when I was in college, because I went to college. I did community college in Delaware, and I knew a person that temporarily worked for a Krabby Dicks, and they said it happened every now and then. You'd get people that were like doing a road trip or something and would stop by because they would be like, oh, restaurant, and then didn't understand that the thing was that everyone's an asshole, and or just appalled. And it's like, where did you think you were stopping? Like, but also I don't understand why that's like a thing anyway. I don't know who thought that was a great restaurant idea. I don't know.
Someone who has been wait staff.
I guess, and then thought, haha, wouldn't it be funny if we just yelled at the people?
Yeah.
let's just make that a thing. Hey, have you worked in industry too much and you just want to yell at people? Come work here. For some reason, people will come. Well, I don't know why. They'll show up though. Ah, you are coffee table battery. Hi, battery. I hope you're doing well today. Flood table has a drain under it and local... Oh, that's true. You know, you might be suspicious, though, if you order the root beer flood and they tell you you have to be reseated for it. That might give it away. That might ruin the reveal of it. Ah, man.
Morbid curiosity.
He's gonna move here. Oh, Whimsy Etty is gonna move here. I know. I mean, Etty is in a very, for better or for worse, a good position to relocate. That's sure. That's for sure. If you tell me that thing in your hand tastes terrible, and then ask me if I want to try it, there's more than a 50% chance that I want to try it, because I need to know why you said that. Like, that's just the entire, I see an entire clientele on Morbid Curiosity. Like, are they really that rude at Krabby Dicks? We gotta go find out. This same person who worked there for a bit told me they had regulars. There were people that would regularly go there. So, like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess if you're kind of like,
Into degradation?
Yeah, I was trying to think of the phrasing. You know, if you're like, I like it when people are mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need a little bit of someone being mean to me today. God, just work in pharmacy. You're just gonna be a bad news bear.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
Rat leg. Hear me out. What if we made giving customers dunce caps, like part of the experience, and then we degraded them and shit, and who would be into that? The people who need to know the answer to that question. Wonder what kind of immersion rules they have for how mean they're allowed to be. That's a good question. Maybe like a really sweet server gets there, it's their first day, and then they have to be trained on how to be more mean, and they're just like, I'm trying! Yeah, I could see that. Working customer service has got me like, I'm going to call everyone a dick, yeah. Watching a new trainee would be fascinating. Rat, it started with I guess there's a restaurant chain called Karen's, and then I brought up that when I lived in Delaware, there's a chain on the East Coast called Krabby Dicks. I'm guessing Dick's Last Resort is the same idea. But yes, the restaurants that exist all over the place that are just the intent is for them to be assholes. Went to one and they were just homophobic to me. Oh no. So that's, that brings up like another great point of a kind of issue with this, because like it's kind of like humor, there's like humor is the scale where a lot of people find things funny that are probably not great for something, like there's a lot of things that people find funny that would not work very well in certain sense of comedy. And similarly, if you're like, oh, how do you be an asshole to someone? Well, let me tell you, my uncle Jeff, he's a huge asshole, and he's very racist. Like that. Yeah, no, I can see how that would end up happening. I'm curious as to if that was considered okay by that place or not. Part of me kind of thinks maybe it was. I can kind of see people thinking, aha, see, that's part of what they signed up for. Ugh. Oh no. Sorry, you have to have a minimum of 3 years of experience as a server. Not because it's intensive work, but because this is meant to be therapeutic. You have to be traumatized first. That's very funny. Okay, let's see. I think the Muckingham files are in specials, right? Oh, weird. It loaded all funky. They're not. Career. Bonuses. Aha! Okay. So, I think we did the first... Yeah, we did the first one. We haven't done the second one. So we've only done the first Muckingham file.
I believe so.
Alright, so shall we start with 2?
Yeah.
Do you want to start with the Paintball Arena, the Spanish Villa, or the Clean the Excavator? I don't know if these are supposed to go in order.
I don't think so. Whichever one you want.
I mean, I kind of want to start with Excavator because...
Let's do the Excavator then.
Because I think the vehicles they're fun, but they're not like... I think the places are more interesting, you know? Hello, dear. It's amazing what you can find in your yard when you
Isn't it amazing?
When you have a little dig around. I've been having the most incredible time in mine, and as a result, there's an industrial scale excavator in my yard that's as filthy as you like. And do you think you could be a love and wash it down for me? Thanks a bunch. Maureen. Start a new job? Yes. Halloween map better be Dracula's Castle or Riot. I think the seasonal ones are all like their own thing. Although I guess Dracula's probably public.
It's not Dracula's Castle.
I know, but I was saying Dracula's Castle is probably public domain. Co-op. Boom. Confirm. Alright, you should be good to join. Bigotry is the highest form of assholery, and we are actually being progressive by representing it in a negative light. We are actually very based. It was a rough time. I knew a woman who worked there. It was amazing, though. She would come into my old workplace regularly, just tip us like $20. That's nice. You're very Christmassy. Oh, right, because we did. Because we did the.
Remember how to change it.
You might not be able to change in.
No, I know you can.
It's one of the buttons. I changed my buttons, so I don't know what anything means. Clothing. It's the same.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't think I have any special clothing.
Yeah, there we go. Where do we want to start?
Oh, let me know, by the way. I haven't done this in a while, and I think my settings got reset at one point. So if the water sounds are too much, let me know, and we will adjust it. Because I remember that was an issue the first time we played. And then I fixed everything, and then the game, like, reset all my settings when I when I like updated it. Did you want to start in a specific spot? Where are you starting? You want to start at the front of the crane?
Sure, we can start.
Oh, I also have this all set up for playing one-handed. It's gonna take a little bit to remember my controls. I'm so glad you're here. It'll likely take you a while to clean the great thing. A lot of copyrighted maps. I mean, it is, but also they're partnered maps. Like
They're DLC. You
Yeah.
pay.
But yeah, I mean that paying is relevant to the fact that they're partnered, so they're not like copyright infringing maps. How do I switch this? Aha! That's Now, see, the problem, Ender, is that I did rebind controls. So, and the game doesn't tell you what your rebound controls are, so, like, nothing is correct. I might actually have to take a moment and rebind controls again, because nothing makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Options. Controls. Toggle, right click, that's fine. Select nozzle. Rotate, oh, is R, I see. Okay, well, knowing that it's R should be fine. Where is... Equip is E. Okay. Alright, we'll live with it. Oh, I did not mean to start spraying that. Oh my god. Does this game have VR support? I think so? I don't actually know.
Fixing all this bucket.
Bucket. Water volume sounds good, but also hearing is messed up. Well, Okay, I already forgot what my change camera, so I'm not... Okay, that's right. I was trying to not constantly use the really powerful one. The really powerful one's so good, but also too powerful.
It's good for solar.
Yeah. C. C is what this is. Gonna vibe on audio only. Alright. Good luck with your Factorio. % remain, yeah. I'm really excited for PowerWash 2. Like, um, it looks. I'm really hoping that the trailer is representative of like the style they're kind of making it, because the simpler style I think will be really nice for the kind of the. Gonna head out and try and get a couple hours of sleep. All right, have a good little nap. I used to have a tab bound to one of my side buttons on my mouse, but it clearly is not bound there anymore. Oh, you know what? I should re-equip my elongator. Yeah, let's go with I'll probably go with the long. There we go. The stream has no arc. Listen, we got PowerWash. It just the stream goes perpetually in one line until it ceases to exist, just like real water. God, now I'm like, if PowerWash 2 adds an arc, that would be very silly. The ding is a bit loud. I can see if I can. I don't know if I can turn the ding down. Probably. It's like really imbalanced. Oh my god, that's where options are, right? Yeah, options. Audio. What would they consider the ding to be? I don't know which one the ding would be. I'm gonna guess non-diegetic volume. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. We'll hope that's better. Powder Gosh Simulator. Yeah. Chowder Posh Grimulator. Nightmare King Grimulator. Yeah, only the normalist of things. I'm glad that you're fine. Ding is better, but go lower. Okay, we'll try to lower it again. about 5 months ago, I was rocking back and forth in my hammock, trying desperately to remember the recipe to a delicious broth I once had in 1983, as one does. And suddenly, something shiny caught my eye, glistening in the sun. I waddled inside to get my trowel, determined to dig up whatever it was. I probably mentioned this when we first streamed PowerWash, but when I was younger, my mother had a gazebo in her backyard, and you know, over the years, it got all grimy and stuff, and she was like, "All right, this summer we should clean it." So she rented a power washer from the you can rent a lot of things from like Home Depot. She rented a power washer and you know, the stuff for it. And she was like, "All right, your job this like weekend is to clean the gazebo, just power wash it." And me, who has power washed like driveways before, had not considered that power washing something that is not concrete is different. I was pretty young. I don't know, maybe in high school. You know what I learned? I learned in that experience that a power washer will not only wash away the dirt, but it'll also wash away the paint. And if you have the wrong like nozzles and stuff going on, you'll also start taking away layers of the wood. Yeah, I did a number on the gazebo. That poor gazebo. And you stumble across a gazebo. What's it doing? It's just standing there. It's a gazebo. How big is it? It's pretty large. It's a gazebo. That will always be one of the gazebo D&D story. Will always be amazing. D&D, yes. It is so good. I think that's one of those things. If like everybody should know the D&D gazebo story. It's like peak comedy. It might be one of the funniest things that exists. My mother was not particularly like upset. She was kind of more like, well, you know, what did I really expect? Like, and also it was in like it was like grimy and moss grown over. Like it was in a pretty bad state. So the fact that um, I did clean it, it should be on the record. It was clean when I was done with it. Um, it just
It was not
was,
pretty.
yeah, it was not pretty. It no longer had the so it no longer had the dirt, it no longer had the moss. It did unfortunately have my name engraved in it because when I started I
You
was
were a
like,
teenage boy.
well, so when I started I thought it would be funny, you know, to write my name, and then I would power wash the name away as I actually cleaned it. But I did that with the, you know, I started with the this kind of nozzle. I started with the just strongest thing, so I bore my name into it instead of just like clearing out dirt. And it was a little bit after that that I was like, wait a second, I know that this is supposed to be like painted. It was like a light blue or something, and I realized as I started cleaning, I realized that I was seeing natural wood color instead of the like bluish color it was supposed to be. It was like a kind of a bluish off white, um, and I was like, oh. So then I switched to a more spread out thing, but I did keep taking away paint at first, and I didn't notice it quite at first. So I only took a little bit of the wood off. It's just the amount of wood that I took off was to carve my name into the side of it, and like part of one side. Um, Unrelatedly, if you've never power washed things, I recommend it. If you ever find yourself needing to like clean a thing and you realize that a power washer would be a reasonable tool to use to clean that thing, you should rent one. It is a pretty satisfying thing to do, like IRL. It's kind of fun to just vaporize like the grime in a, you know, patio or whatever. It has your name on it. It's yours now. Yeah, that was the part I felt the worst about. I didn't really care that I messed up the paint. I did feel a little bad that my name was bored into part of it. Just
Your mother loves you, but that's a bit much.
no, she wasn't really she wasn't upset. She was more of like, well, you know,
What did I
that,
expect
yeah,
asking a teenage boy to do
like,
this?
well, that's, you know. But again, yeah, it wasn't dirty. So she was also thinking that, you know, she probably paint it, maybe could fix it by painting it. Um, However, it never ended up getting painted. Was that gazebo still there when you moved up here, or had it already been
I don't
demolished
remember
by then?
gazebo.
Okay, it was demolished before you got up here then. She ended up demolishing it a few years later, but I couldn't remember when. The hot tub and the stairs were still there.
Yeah.
The hot tub and the stairs were there. Um, but yeah, it's the gazebo part itself was taken out. The hot tub ended up dying. Um, the engine in the hot tub finally gave out after many years of loyal hot tubbing service. And then she got a new hot tub But then it turned out the new hot tub was going to need some rewiring. And then they just kept running into one issue after another, and they ended up not keeping the replacement hot tub. First thing I saw once I got my trowel into the ground was a tooth. Concerning. But not the tooth of a vole, or a rabbit, or even a tyrannosaur. Why would that be your third thing? Yeah, it wasn't a vole, it wasn't a rabbit, and it wasn't even a tyrannosaur. Like, that's... Oh no, it was much stranger. You're gonna say human, right? Which is literally not that strange. Like, but... Go on. Keep texting us. Watch your head. I like that the watch your head sign is, like, on the very underside. I realized this was gonna be a big, curious job. I was gonna need something heavy duty to get this thing out.
Was it, lady?
It was a whale tooth. She didn't say that. It was a toothed lobster. Toothed lobster. I'd love to power wash the apartment, the patio, but it's not allowed. Rip. We did power wash the paint off of a friend's deck when he wanted it repainted. That was a lot of work. Yeah, intentionally getting paint off of something would probably be a lot of work. Yeah. Ah, Mika! Welcome, Mika. I need to go close Mika tab. Hold on. One moment. Mika, I hope the rest of the Outer Wilds went well. I hope the motion sicking was not catching up to you too bad. Is this Dark Souls? This is Dark Souls, yes. If you've never played Dark Souls before, I know it can surprise people, but this is actually what they're talking about. Whenever you see someone talking about Dark Souls, this is it.
The real Dark Souls starts now.
Yeah, this is the whole experience. But welcome on in, Mika and Raiders. If you do not know me, I am Dwarfwood, aka Dwarf, aka Ryan. I am playing Power Wash with my partner, Torny.
Yo!
We used to Power Wash after my work days a lot, and I got a little burned out on it and wanted to do more active stuff, so we kind of stopped Power Washing for a while. And we did do most of the content at the time. There was very little stuff we didn't do back when we stopped playing it. Power Wash 2 got announced a few months ago, and it doesn't have a release date officially yet, but it is scheduled to come out this year. And honestly, I would love to have finished Power Wash 1 before Power Wash 2 comes out. So, yeah. Third-person mod is really helping. Nice. Yeah, I remember... So, I haven't managed to watch all of the streams since the first one, but I do remember in the first one it was catching up to you pretty quick. Which I think was kind of expected, but still a bummer. It's a shame that there's not, like, I wish all games could somehow account for this, you know? They want to do more Power Wash. A bit behind in all the free... Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're doing the Muckingham files, which we've done the first one, and this is part of the second one. We hadn't done any of them, and there's 6 of them. There's six whole like, mini DLC things. Does that title say post-campaign? There's a campaign for this Souls game? There is. There's a main campaign that has a story. There's a whole story to this game. And, like, there's both environmental storytelling and literal, like, narrative storytelling. Do you defeat Johnny Power Souls by the end? Johnny Power Souls. Kind of. This game, believe it or not, this game actually does kind of have like a
boss?
Well, I wasn't gonna say a boss, but it has a, like, Johnny Power Souls sounds like a thing. After moving several tons of dirt, I revealed a huge pendulous arm. I thought you said it was a tooth. Further down, there was an enormous body. Why is there it's a crane. It's an excavator, not a crane. It's an excavator. Many more tons later, and I'd managed to finally free the entire thing and pivot it out into the road. Which I assume you've then moved, because I don't see anything pivoted to the road. That's right, as incredible as it sounds, with just my trowel and shovel, I excavated this excavator. That's very silly. So the tooth was the excavator tooth. That's... I see.
That is
I see.
very funny.
I see. Uh-huh. Mika, I don't think I actually said it, but of course, if you gotta go do things, don't stick around. But yeah, thanks for coming in. We're gonna be doing this for, at the very least, this level. I would like to do one more level after this. I can't stay up too late. I do have work tomorrow, but I would like to try and do 2 levels a night. To this day, my biggest complaint with this game, and I'm really hoping that this is something they update in the sequel, but I don't have like high hopes. I'm not holding my breath for it. There's like a mechanic in this game where something becomes clean when you get some percentage of it done. And I think that when they create these, they decide that. I don't think it's a flat amount. But I would really love for it to be, like, some sort of flat amount, and I would love for that to be customizable. Like, it's really bad in some of the levels where something, you can have it, like, only, like, 90% done, and it'll just mark as done. And that's just very annoying to me. It's like, I'll see big things of dirt. And, like, I get having it at, like, 99% or something, because there's literally dirt sometimes you can't get. Like, it's not actually possible because it's, like, an overlapping texture thing. But I think it would be nice to actually be able to, like, need to get pretty much all of the visible possible dirt. So I'd love to set the amount to a high amount. hard difficulty setting? Yeah, kinda. Like, the big thing is, I don't want to lose the ability to do the dirt check. And I would be worried that if they just did it as, like right there! I just sprayed a little bit of this and there was still more dirt on the tread. But, I wouldn't want, like, a hard difficulty setting that gets rid of my abilities. I just want to scale the percentage required for something to be marked as done. Because I would like to... I would like to get more of the dirt than what they require by default. This track cover... See, and this would be another one. We just finished getting a spot here, but there were spots over here that we hadn't gotten that we could see. So it's like, I would have liked to get those. Honestly, I would almost like it if it worked kind of like Lethal Company, where, like, there's a total possible score, and then you could just turn it in when you're done, and it would, like, tell you what you did versus that. That would be a fun mode. Although that would mean you wouldn't get the satisfying dings, and I love the dings. In a lot of levels, the dings are so good.
We're dingers.
Yeah, like, you just go ding 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 ding, like you get a whole bunch of things at once. I think I could jump on the roof. I'd be able to. Yep. No! 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 They put an invisible wall on the roof. This game has some very silly jumping mechanics that you can really abuse with slopes. Nope, nope, we're so close to being up. Ooh, maybe, hold on. Well, that's no fun. Who takes stairs? I know this back part still has stuff on it. I'm working. Oh, I got it. For your body. And I gotta reset my bindings on my mouse. Because I used to have it set up so that I could just spam. Oh, you know what? It was E. Because I think E... Yeah. Okay, let's go reset options. Controls. I want to make, instead of tab, this. I want this to be E.
Swing drive, main body, and stick sum.
There we go. The main body.
Still haven't got it. Oh, it's this.
Oh, I got the swing drive. Okay, the main body part has gotta be, like, just barely behind something, right? Oh, there it is! Eh, 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 eh. There's probably one on the side, too, that's hard to see. Well, I don't see that anymore. Oh, nice. GG.
Thanks.
Alright, are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, that's good. That tread right there. Alright, let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. That was very good. Ah, just seeing that tread right there, just very good.
I love doing just like a slow back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just goes so satisfying.
Have you cleaned anything yet? We just cleaned this, yeah. Hello, mermaid. Good morning. I hope you're doing well today. Spoiled your power wash simulator. Got him. Excellent. Now it's clean. I can scarce believe I found it buried in my yard. Just goes to show, if you keep going, amazing things will follow. Here's out of interest, how much do you think this could go for? I've got a feeling I've compromised the bungalow's foundations and could do with some cash injection.
I mean, jeez, look at this dang thing. It's...
Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the paintball arena.
Alright!
Welcome, Power Washer, to the home of splattered dreams and bruised egos, the Muckingham Mustangs Paint Bowl. I'm sure this commission must come as something of a surprise. After all, what alerts you to the fact that you're entering the fray better than being surrounded by the vestiges of years of combat? I, for one, feel all the hairs on the back of on my neck, back, and shoulders bristle as soon as I see that minecart caked in the misses of my enemies. But needs must. We have a score to settle with the Detergento? Like detergent? The Detergento Dragon Slayers? And for this, we're going to need a completely spotless battlefield. 100 shots each, count the hits and misses. One winner, no arguments. Amazing. Amazing. Alright, let's go ahead and start. We finished this one. It's okay that it resets the progress. Preparing for job hunt. Well, good luck. Good luck job hunt work.
Where do we want to start?
Do we want to start with
This
just like
is
some of
the
these
front.
objects?
We could start with the front and work our way around, maybe?
Alright. So, like, start with the door, and do we want to, like, you go that way, I go this way, or what do you want to do?
Oh, jeez. That's really dirty. We could do that. Or I go one way and you go the other?
Alright. I'm not a sentient pet. Oh, no, I didn't read that in time. Womp womp.
You can open the messages.
Too late. They're gone forever. Oh yeah, we washing it. It's true. Welcome on, D. Nah, bless you.
Thank you. Look.
Gonna be stuff on the very top of it. A ladder. We have a step stool, but I don't see a ladder.
Maybe we can get up somehow.
Oh, I forgot it resets our thingy. I set my distance again. Oh, that's not far enough. Oh, there's a ladder. Wait, no. That's not a ladder. Oh. That's fun. Just a little minecart area. Oh, nice. You got it.
The
Oh, no.
post.
Dang.
You still have more on your post.
Listen. The post, we were getting to the post. I was trying to figure out how to get the sign. Alright, my post is done. My post been done. You know, my post was done before any other thing in the whole game was done. Like before we even started Muckingham Files, my post was done. People all over, they were like, "Dang, I can't believe your post is done already." And I was like, "What post?" That's you know, just that's definitely what happened. I just don't see the missing. Even when I do the thingy, I don't see. Oh, I think I kind of see it actually. Yeah, I do. Okay. Boom, got it. Thank you. All right. Now I want to do the thing where my whole screen goes up and down, but I know that can visually sometimes be a bit much. So we're gonna try this for a bit. Oh no, the gnomes are wanted. Oh god. Somebody was like just shot the heck up while against a wall.
Oh my god!
Oh Jesus. Oh no. That poor individual. Ah, okay. Why you? It's starting going very differently from me. That's very funny. When he's very methodical and calculated, while Dwarf is chaotic and frantic. Alright, that looks good. I do also hope one of my like biggest gripes about PowerWash 1 is that the final nozzle you get is just kind of overpowered. And I kind of hope they address that because there's kind of this whole thing where like once you unlock it there's not a reason other than just telling yourself not to use it all the time. Not use it. And there's very little reason to use, like, soaps and stuff once you have it. That's one of the things that, like, I would love for this sequel to address. You know, Deadly, you can play PowerWash one-handed. I do still have my control set up from one-handed power washing. That being said, it is very taxing. I think I only did one-handed power wash stream because my hand was very, very tired after it. Like, absurdly tired. Do not own the game, but how are you going to get your power washing in? So much power washing. Make burgers for aliens and other planets. Very satisfying, low effort, on mouse only gameplay. That's fair. See that purple blob just on the top corner of the cactus? No. That's probably my favorite splat from back when we were the Muckingham Manticores. Miggy Mist, captain of the Dragon Slayers, had sprung out of the fort with only one thing on his mind: my demise. So I instinctively surged into my signature forward roll. Of course, the signature forward roll. Split second later, his shot was on the cactus while mine was on his shin.
Forward roll makes me think of Galaxy Quest.
Not played PowerWash in far too long. Yeah, me neither. We technically did a one-off thing when Artsy was visiting. We did a that was in what, December, I think. I think that was December. But outside of that, I had not played in quite some time. Well, I guess I also did a one-off thing while my hand was broken last year. But apart from those two times, it had been a while since we power washed. See, like, I just hate that. It did it again. It automatically got a whole bunch of it, but I should have cleaned. I wanted to clean that, and it, like, cleaned it for me. Oh, you know what? I bet that bottom part's part of the same thing. But there was still more of it. Alright, let me just do a look around real quick, make sure nothing of this is reporting. Still needs done. Nope. Excellent. Yeah. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, Deadly's posted it before. Yeah, I cannot remember the name of it, though. Death, thank you for reminding me not to die. It would be very tragic if we somehow died in Power Wash. Imagine. Galaxy Burger. Okay, I thought it was called Galaxy Burger, but I thought I was gonna say that and just sound like a fool. I'm glad I was not actually wrong. Hyper focus is max. Excellent. Excellent. There's like... Oh, that's like a tree texture on the other side of this fence. That's very funny. I was like, the texture for this fence is broken. But I see now. I see it's a leaf coming in through the fence. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. It's luck. It's easy to stay hydrated when you're power washing because of all the water. What? You're saying that just because you popped out a flash game? I love flash games. I've played my fair share of flash games. I mean, heck, we got Colette to play elephant games, the Elephant Collection, which in turn made me want to go replay the Elephant Collection. I haven't yet, but I have been considering doing that as like a one-off thing. And now there's people that don't even know what it is. It's true.
Happen to me, and it'll happen to you.
No. Remember Macromedia Shockwave? Anyone remember Macromedia Shockwave? Which I think was like a predecessor to Flash. I don't actually 100% remember what it was. I remember websites requiring Macromedia Shockwave to load, though. And I assume it was a predecessor to Flash. It worked with Flash, I see. You could use it to develop for Flash. I mean, I don't know, like, that would be weird, because, like, so if something required Macromedia Shockwave, it definitely required that. So, like, I could see it being an extension of Flash, but it was still, like, it wouldn't... Shockwave was a separate player. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, it definitely was its own thing. And I remember Shockwave before Flash, like... I mean, they might have been the same time, but I specifically remember having issues where Shockwave, like, needed to be installed or updated way before I have memories of Flash needing to be updated. Shockwave came first. That's what I thought. There was a period in my life when I was young when I thought it would be fun to learn Flash and maybe develop games in my own, like animations in it. I technically made one like 30-second long animation and followed a tutorial or two to make a couple of very, very basic games in Flash. I think I followed a bunch of tutorials on albino black sheep. Albino...
Does anyone remember albino black sheep?
Albino black sheep. Anyway. Albino black sheep notably had a really good forum space. Like, the main pages of it had really good, like, you know, a lot of random Flash videos. But the forums, a lot of like big Flash creators at that point in time were on the albino black sheep forums and would post a lot of tutorials and just tips. Like, it was really cool because it would be like, here's how I did this. Like, I figured out this cool effect you could do, which is what I used in this video. And a lot of people would make videos because they wanted a reason to use an effect. You're like, I figured out this cool thing, so I did this to do it. Like, I remember one person did a whole... there was a Flash game where you couldn't see the maze. It was kind of like you had to navigate a maze with your mouse. But you couldn't see the maze. Or you couldn't see your mouse. You couldn't see your mouse, but if your mouse touched the walls, then you would lose. But there was a bunch of eyeballs that were all following your mouse, so you'd, like, know where it was based on the eyeballs. And that basically got made because that person figured out this really cool eyeball effect. And wanted a reason for it. And they posted, like, a tutorial on how to do that. it was just really cool. A lot of cool stuff. I'm almost done with my section, my fence.
I'm gonna.
Okay. Finish! Hi, Minish. I hope you're doing well today. Oh. You know, it occurs to me, you have PowerWash now, don't you? It occurs to me, probably not today, because I'm not going to play much longer past this one, but... I say now, you've had it for a while. But if you want to join us, I want to try and do PowerWash more regularly.
He has joined us.
I know. I don't know why I said now. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know why I was thinking you didn't have it. I like immediately realized I don't know why I thought it was a change of status. I had so many epic encounters with Miggy. Anyway, I was gonna say, I'm gonna be trying to do more PowerWash. And you could potentially join us if you wanted to in a future time. Math, hi Math. How you doing today? You have news! Good news, everyone! Alright, do you want me to lay you the rock wall and I'll start working on different things?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start working on some of these random objects.
Yeah.
Okay. Good news, everyone! As soon as a certain PR gets approved, there's going to be a fancy trailer for a specific mod update. Oh, that's so exciting. That's so cool. That's so cool. I would never go peek at pending mod links PRs. Oh. Wait, is this update Pimpus's? Is this merging what Pimpus has been working on? It's more than that. Oh my god, I didn't know there was more. Yeah, Death, Math makes Hollow Knight mods, among other things, but so this would be in reference to Hollow Knight mods. I don't know if it's a secret what it is. I won't say what it is. If it's more secretive, but Math has made, admittedly, some of my favorite Hollow Knight mods. Specifically, Math makes a lot of mods that add like very unique things, and a lot of mods that are silly and I've said for years, for a long time, one of the biggest things that Hollow Knight modding has really been missing is like for lack of a better term, like shitpost mods and just silly mods. Um, there's very few silly mods, which I think part of it is because they're just kind of a really big barrier to entry to make Hollow Knight mods. But and a lot of people that have made mods never feel like it's worth submitting or releasing silly mods they make. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of there's been a lot of like silly one-off mods that have been made but were never actually like shared with like outside of a random chat, which was kind of a big bummer, I feel like, because yes.
Victory's mine.
Ah, that's a very good title.
That's
Victory's
a
mine.
very good pun.
We could watch it live here. Will you be around in like a little bit? We'll finish this level and then I'll watch it. Because then we can do that before I like wrap up stream. That'd be fun. A neatly organized pile. They are. I always think it's funny, like both cats do that. They just stick all four of their legs so that the paws are in one little clump. Although there's a lot of things that Zag does that I think that he does specifically because Oliver did it. Like I don't Yeah, I don't remember which thing, but there were things that like none of his siblings do. But he, like, as an example, Zag's the only chatty cat out of his siblings. But he also came over here where Oliver is pretty chatty. Like, so Zag just kind of learned to be chatty, and none of the other cats really learned to be chatty. I think Zag's also the only one that does the little play growling, which he did not get from Oliver, because Oliver does not do that. But it's so cute, and I don't know if I'll ever get a video of it, because we never know when he's gonna do it, but god is it cute. I'll, like, die whenever he does it. Gosh, the way they made all the jumping and stuff work in these games, they could make a really fun parkour game out of this. What? Let me up there, cowards. there's been like what I can only imagine is a mini fireworks show going on for the last little bit. I heard off and on fireworks sounds, and I was like, oh, those fireworks are gunshots. But I just heard what was definitely one of the fireworks that explodes into a bunch of little fireworks go off. Is he categorized? Yeah. The category is burnt. This saloon wall with him.
I thought I had gotten all of that.
SMH. Oh my gosh. Torny did not finish her area before she moved on. Can't believe this. Can't.
A failure.
Oh, what was that? Hold on, we just saw something else. This fence post. Oh.
I
Oh.
failed you and my family and
The honor.
your family.
My family's extended family.
Yeah.
The
Cats.
Oh, the shame that's been brought onto these
Our
cats.
friends' cats.
Yeah, our friends' cats. They won't even look at our own butts anymore.
Our friends' dogs.
Oh no.
Our friends' dogs' cats.
Oh no.
Is but shame.
Shambles. Shambles even.
Mm-hmm. I am in shambles.
Shambles.
A shambles. I can never be redeemed.
Oh, I don't know that.
And yeah, I live my life in perpetual shame now.
Oh, there's a Tony read this redeem.
I have been redeemed.
Oh my god, you've been redeemed! That's good. That's good. GG. GG redemption.
My redemption arc.
Yeah. colors on this one are very rainbowy, which is pretty fun. Great. Fort Red, Fort Blue, and victory's mine. We should open up a paintball place and make victory's mine. Genius.
It is.
We have now 100% double dash. Oh, nice. GG, I love double dash. Have any of the Mario Karts, like the recent ones, brought back the double dash mechanics? Because double dash's whole being able to make your cart have two different like special abilities, was just so good. Like, like I don't know. I feel like Double Dash until one lets you do that, it won't be as good as Double Dash, because that one mechanic made Mario Kart so much more interesting in my opinion. Like forming different combos to get to make your, like, I don't know, it added a whole other layer of what you could do. I really liked the battle in Double Dash 2. I had some friends that we'd get together and do the balloon, you know, the balloon like PvP. We do that like a lot. Yeah, it was the GameCube one. Yeah. What? Did you see that? Okay, that was egregious. That's what I'm talking about. That was ridiculous. We didn't even get to this entire section. And it just like vanished it. That was stupid. That was terrible. That was unnecessary. It's like I'm being punished for being thorough. On the inner wall of Fort Blue is a purple doubler. I'd taken out both of Miggy's lieutenants with a single shot, and he rage released 2 shots on the wall, which backsplashed him. Amazing. Thundar! Yo, Thundar! Welcome on in, Thundar and Raiders. Hope that you are doing well. For those coming in that do not know me, I am Dwarfhoot, aka Dwarf, aka Ryan. You can refer to me however you wish. I am doing some PowerWash, which I know you are very familiar with. And I am playing with my partner, Torny.
Hello!
Yeah. I did it again, I hate that. We're working on trying to start catching up. We're working on trying to catch up in PowerWash before... I want to, at the very least, finish all of the Muckingham files before the sequel comes out. And it's supposed to come out later this year, so... Yeah, how was Total War Warhammer 3?
The hams.
Yeah, how were the hams? I remember my little brother and I never looking it up, but swearing that we should be able to get the golden cart, and for some reason it took us a while. We need to play on the highest CC plus mirror plus hardest cup, and then it took us a while to do it, but damn, it was such a cool feeling to feel vindicated to finally unlock it. Yeah. Yeah. 100%ing Double Dash is a time. But plus some objects are stupid easy clean and others refuse to finish. Yeah. Yeah, Thundar, I was complaining a bit earlier in that I really hate in this game that there's not like a slider or something for you to say what the percentage of clean is before something counts as clean. And then we just had a very egregious case of it where I had this box all clean except for like this panel. This panel was still painted, and I like did this stripe, and then it dinged it clean, and all of this paint vanished. And I just, like, I wish that I could control that. I hope that in PowerWash 2 that's something you can maybe adjust. I don't know if there's a place to submit suggestions for it, but I'm really hoping that that's something we can do. Oh yeah, cat's being cute here. Oh, no, they're stopping. I said the word cat. What? He's like, no, I would never. Just try doing that in real life when power. Yeah, that's true. I'll go power wash for somebody. I'll get like 90% done, and I'll say, I'll bring a bell and I'll ding the bell. Like that's it. I'll be like, wait, you're not done. There's that side. No, 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 no. The bell dinged, but you didn't finish. The bell dinged. Did you not hear the ding? I won't. I won't. All right. I think we're almost done with the regular objects. I think it's just gonna be. Do you want red or blue?
I don't know.
I guess that's your side mostly.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll do this one. I'm gonna do the inside and then the outside. I don't know if I'll get to treats tonight. Their food goes off in like 15 minutes. I may refund treats tonight. We might skip treats tonight. 'Cause I don't want to give them a bunch of treats right before their dinner. And I'm not gonna stay up too late. Alright, Thunder, have a good night. Thanks for coming in. I hope that you have a good rest. I'm glad that you were able to spread good chaos. The game literally says, thank you for playing this long, implying that they didn't think anyone would make it that far. Amazing. You've put up with a lot so far. The title screen updates, I don't remember that at all. I have Double Dash. I have all my GameCube games in like the official, GameCube game holder thing. GameCube game CD holder. Cleaning hype. Boot up Double Dash and see if Petey and Piranha and King Boo and like Toad and Toaded are on the little title screen, because if they aren't, then maybe you missed Race. Yeah. I don't know if my current file would be 100%ed. I mean, assuming the memory card is still good. I actually like lost memory cards at one point. My main GameCube memory card had corrupted like years and years ago, and so I ended up getting a new one and doing a lot of stuff. But I don't know if I ever like fully replayed Double Dash since then. It has a couch co-op, is still fun as hell. Excellent. Should probably pause and take my meds really quick. One moment. Here, I'll put you on cats for a moment while I'm doing amends. Where are you taking them? Where am I taking what? Oh, I should take my meds. Where am I taking them? I'm taking them here at my desk. Because I keep a desk stash. Now I know the joke you're making is like implying that I'm taking them elsewhere. But I refuse to participate. I refuse to participate in this. Alright, there we go. Okay then, Exu takes your shower. No! I need my morning shower. It helps me wake up for the day. Life is really too short, and you have to learn to seize the day. You see, Miggy told us all the other day that this is to be his final battle ever. I just wish I'd have told him what he meant to me before it was too late. What? How is it too late? Haven't you not done the battle yet? I suppose I could still drive to Sparkleton and drop in on him, but with the price of diesel, he'd be lucky. Welcome back, Ender. How goes virtual chores? It goes well. Wasn't that a game? Wasn't there a game that was like you played as a little robot that did chores? I think that was also a GameCube game, wasn't it? I never played it, but I'm pretty sure that was a game. Not Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing doesn't really have you doing chores, exactly. Oliver just realized his food's about to go off, yep.
It is going
Oh,
off.
it is going off, I see. Chibi Robo! Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Battery. Battery, you're so good at knowing. Like, yeah, if I'm ever unsure, Battery's here with knowing. Creeper! Ender, thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Luckily, we have an endless water supply in front of us, so the hydration, it's always here. Why we're good at Pokemon. Exactly. We are very good at Pokemon. I prefer to low drate. New Hollow Knight mod. Low dration. I don't know what low dration does. But low dration. Mid-dration. Oh my gosh, so many drations. Do a physics demonstration about siphons. Okay, but imagine just for no reason whatsoever, like physics simulations in Hollow Knight. Just like just a weird like planetary simulation or something, just in a room. Or some nonsense like 3D particle simulation stuff. Uh, there is a I think there's a mod that removes gravity from everything. I don't know. I don't know if it's on the installers either, but I know it exists. You know the game Polybridge? We are listening to the Polybridge soundtrack. That's been what's playing. Um, that being said, I've only played a very little bit of Polybridge. Yeah, I think we're still in the Polybridge soundtrack. Let me double check. Yep, we are currently on Station Wagon Sunset of the Polybridge original soundtrack. We only have 2 songs left to go, and then we'll be done with the soundtrack. Yeah, I had the Polybridge 1 and 2 soundtrack playing. How many players does this game support? So normally I want to say either 4 or 6. I believe you can mod it to support more, which I think is what they did for what this game's been on GDQ a few times, which is actually what got Torny and I to get it the first time it was at GDQ. It was with a team of I believe 6 people. And honestly, it was really fun to watch what they did. They did like an all vehicles run, and it was just a really satisfying run. And we decided you know what, that actually looks pretty fun. Like seeing it being played as like a team thing looked very fun. So we decided to get it. And then they ran it again as a much bigger team, but I want to say they modded the game to do that. I think the team is bigger than normal, but I'm not sure. But I knew it was a pretty big team the second time. The Hollow Knight PowerWash mod, you just spray the infection away, that'd be very good. Look, that again, egregious. There was so much of that area that was not cleaned yet. I'm gonna go run do a quick morning routine. With new hands, I'm not allowed to stream in my underwear. That's so funny. The curses of putting a camera up. The question is, how are you gonna clean that? Why do people have? Well, this is a paintball course. This level takes place in a paintball course. Unless you mean for the Hollow Knight mod, but I mean that's the infection, you know. All right, time for me to do my what's probably gonna be visible part. Try to decide how I want to do it. I'll do this wall first. Oh, I just realized we've left Poly Bridge. We've entered Oberdin. But also, Oberdin OST so good. You know, in original PowerWash, apparently this was the only way like you could do it. You couldn't change the camera to do this or whatever. You had to do this up and down, which like is nice generally, but dang, being required to do that would be terrible. Oh, hello.
Hi.
I'll let you do detailing work. Ah!
Ew.
Hello, Blossom and Raiders. Welcome on in. How was the Hollow Knight? How was you were doing Speedrunner versus Hunters, right? You were doing some hunting, I believe. I think that's what was going on. You were nice. You were running for your life. Amazing. Well, how did it go? How was the event? And they did some pracky runs. Nice. For those coming in, by the way, do not know me. I'm Dwarfhoot, aka Dwarf, aka Ryan. You can refer to me however you wish. I'm finishing up this level of PowerWash with my partner Torny.
Hello.
And after this, we are gonna watch a Hollow Knight mod sneak peek. We're gonna watch a little Hollow Knight mod trailer, actually, for a mod update. And then I'm gonna have to wrap up because I have work in the morning and cannot stay up very late. But yeah, Mom, if you are very tired, which it sounded like you were, you should probably go, like, get food, get rest, do all that stuff. But yeah, to anyone who does want to stick around, we will be doing this for a little bit longer, and then finding somewhere to go. One of the things that Torny and I do, if you wonder why we wash things the way we do, we specifically found early on in our power washing careers that we like to try and make it so that the video at the end is extra satisfying, and the video is like a what's the word, a time lapse of your progress. So we try and specifically clean to make that time lapse look good, but you don't know where the camera for the time lapse is actually going to be.
You can take some good guesses, but
Yeah.
you don't know for
Like,
sure.
in this level, my guess is that it's probably gonna be kind of from the front looking out, because then you can see a lot of the stuff. But it also could be from, like, the back looking in to see the front. Like, it could be from a weird side. It's really hard. It's really hard to, yeah, it's hard to know for sure. And some of them surprise you. Some of them it seems really obvious where it'll be, and it's not where it ends up being. So yeah, we kind of have this, like, little game of trying to do things in a way that looks very visually pleasing in the little ending gif. Yeah, Battery, it's a good time. You said the word minigame at the same time you said the word game. Yeah. That's very funny. Alright, do you want to start on the floor and I'll start on this?
Yeah.
frames, tower wall caps.
Yeah.
Ah, this one. Okay. I'm guessing frames. Wait, I found the frame. Boom!
Nice.
Alright, are you ready?
Oh boy.
Are you ready? Prepare yourselves.
Let's
Wait, hold on.
see.
I didn't get to see your stuff in here because I was catching. Oh! Oh!
It's so pretty.
That's so good.
Hi.
I see you. I see you. Man, this is kind of a fun setup too, because this would mean, in theory, like, you know,
You could
trying to
push
ambush.
that
Yeah,
in.
push that as a barrier, like as a cover.
Mhm.
You push it in. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, that's pretty fun. All right. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and watch that replay.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I was not expecting the camera to be in that spot.
Wow, let's watch that
was
again. Let's
really
watch that
good.
again.
Oh, that was so nice.
Oh,
Like seeing,
I gotta see it again.
yeah,
I wish we could slow it down a little bit. But
Right?
that's okay.
I'm like zooming along, which honestly kind of works because you're a little more visible than I am. I sort of dip out of
Yeah, your
sight for
fence,
the
you can't
fence and the-
see.
some
Yeah.
of the wall. And then of course I went and did the interior of the mine because I'm like, okay, you're still doing stuff outside, so it'll still be visually interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know sometimes we go and do an interior together and it's just staring at something,
Yeah.
and then suddenly we burst out of the sides.
Like it's so dirty means that people there had bad aiming, yeah. The like plot at the beginning was that for the history of the course they'd never cleaned it because they never saw a reason to, but they're doing like one final event, and the final event for these people is gonna be each person gets only exactly 100 shots, so they wanted it fully cleaned so that you could easily count the shots. Great job at the paintball. It's absolutely spotless. I can't wait to serve it to Miggy one more time. I'm sure he's been working on a strategy for this all week, but I've come up with a new maneuver for which there is no defense. I feel like part of this was that Miggy just is like a chill dude, and this guy's just way too into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's kind of what they were going for there. Alright, well, very good. Oh yeah, you don't actually
Either
quit
that or
this game.
Mickey is just as hardcore into it, but he's moving away.
Alright, well that concludes our power washing. So let's go real quick. Let's see if we can't go find Matt's video. One moment. Ooh, I found a really easy way to find it. It's called Matt Sent It To Me. Yeah, the Matt Sent It To Me strat, very good. Alright, one moment. All right, there we go. Audio should play. This is amazing. The home run bat sound effect's so good. I know that's probably not actually added to the mod, but the idea of home run bat sound effect, um, very good. Oh gosh, that was beautiful. That was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, that was the thing. Math big update for Millie Golf coming out. That's so exciting. Which will probably be available on installers sometime within like 12 hours because the person that usually approves them will probably wake up sometime next few hours. I mean, it'll probably be on installers like in less than 12 hours. It's just whenever they get up. But very exciting. Gosh. Gee, yeah. There was a period of time when both Flib and SFG were active, where it was very unlikely for a mod to not get approved within like minutes because one of them would be awake and they both had like notifications. So one of them would have it very quickly, but alas, Flib has moved on to stuff. Such is life. It's GF. It took me a moment. It took me a moment. All right, let's go see who's doing his stuff because I have got to go get in bed. I try and get off the computer by 11 on my work nights, and we're a little past that. We can still make the before midnight, but we gotta go somewhere. We gotta go a place. One second. Horny says it shows for Ender, but it doesn't show me Ender. Why do I not see an Ender?
Oh, they
Oh,
just
did the scream die?
that would explain
Oh
it.
no, did Ender...
Okay.
I think Ender Stream might have died.
Hmm.
Unfortunate.
Ducker
Right.
Slam is to annoy her.
Alright, no, I think we'll probably go over to Steph. Um, Steph is doing some puppy hunt sync. I don't know what that means. Steph's doing Archie. I know that Steph is doing Archie. So, oh, wait a second. Stega just went live 20 minutes ago with Vampire Survivors. Steph's been going for 7 hours, so I don't know how much longer they're going. But Stega just went live 20 minutes ago.
That's a good sign.
So, yeah, I imagine Stega's been gonna be going for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go over to Stega. I also don't get opportunities to raid Stega very often, so we'll go over to say hi to Stega. Anyway, thank you everyone for hanging out. I do plan on doing PowerWash somewhat regularly for the next bit, because again, I would like to finish all the missions that I have pending in it before the second one comes out, and that could be any time, and these levels do take a chunk of time, and we've got like a lot of them to do. Each pack I think is like 3 of them, and we have 6 packs, so well, I guess we have 5 packs. So we got a lot of levels. I don't know if this is what I'll do tomorrow. It might be, but I don't know yet. Yeah. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Could do more Balatro tomorrow. I don't want to not play Balatro.
It's good power washing. We got 2 jobs done.
We did get 2 jobs done.
And I suspect the